Welcome to the Funky Tutorial. So this one is for my friends AL and LL at PJHE. You know who you are. You've been doing barbecue as long as I have, since 1982. And when you've been a content creator for 20 years, my 20th year, you can use gravity feed number 1, also known as Vanity, gravity feed number 2, also known as Apollonia. I can use my massive smoke slinger. But tonight, I'm gonna test my skills with a tiny little, like, I think I trimmed it down to about 8 or 9 pounds, 8 or 9 pound brisket, and I'm gonna cook it on this little guy right here. This little guy here is called a Cornetto. It's kind of like an Australian version of the bullet, but it's still 18 inches like the bullet. And a lot of people start their barbecue life on this, and I have installed a fan on it, fan assist, so I'm gonna be running this at super low temperatures, the temperatures that my career was built on getting away from, because I'm Johnny 275, gonna be smoking at about 230. So I've got a little bit of lump on, and that's the only time you'll see lump. And I'm heating up some lump, and we're gonna put it down there if you can see it. I got what you call a charcoal pie, so it should burn about 12 hours. The wood's already underneath it. Right here's my brisket. As you can see, I mean, I didn't spend much time. Normally I don't have these corners on it, but this ended up being really thin in this area. But it was cheap. And it needs to be small. It needs to be it needs to be 14 inches, but it can be a little bit bigger because we can squeeze it in there when we lay it on the grate. And as translated in Germany, what old school 20-year recipe revisit would be complete without Pop Daddy's butt glitter? So yeah, this has a tri-level rub on it. It's got the Lawry's, the Pop Daddy's butt glitter, and there's a recipe right there. See, look, 8 parts Tina Turner, 3 parts George Clinton, 3 parts Little Richard. If you search the internet, you can find it if you look up Pop Daddy's Legends 2.0. But anyway, and then on top of that is my Atomic Dog stuff, which is essentially like Montreal steak seasoning, but back in the day, it was cheaper to make it. In there, catching on, fan's hooked up. It's just I haven't turned the program on, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this lid on. We're not gonna latch it, but we're gonna make sure that the vent, which is right here, is going to be on the opposite side of where the fan is. So we need to move the vent to right here. Okay, and we're gonna cut that vent down to about right there. Let's make sure that our aperture is done right. No, the aperture is completely shut off. Open it up right about there. So just barely open. So as you can see from the program, we're gonna bring this temperature up to 210 and then pause for a little bit and then up to 230. And that way we won't overshoot anything. Good, we're good.